Time is our most valuable commodity. It's more valuable than money. You could waste money, always make more, but you waste your time, it's gone forever. And you actually could tell how somebody value you by how they value your time, for real. Man, when you walk into your purpose and you have self-esteem and you know you add on in any situation you in, and not just financially, spiritually, mentally, and just everywhere you go, you make the surrounding better. When you separate from that person or from that organization, you're not bitter. You don't have to be petty. You don't have to bust windows. You don't have to degrade nobody's name. But when you was that person who was benefiting from being around that person, if you feel you didn't add on much, that's when you become bitter. That's when you become resentful and petty and want to bust windows. Because if you know you the best version of yourself, it's their loss. But when you feel you not, you feel like you lost. And that's when you become bitter. And you know what? You could look at it one way like, all right, you gave a turkey dog to a homeless motherfucker. The nigga ate 1 second. And he gonna be back home in a motherfucker hour, you know? But you know what, man? One thing I learned, this might be selfish, man. But a lot of times when you give it, it ain't even to help somebody else, bro. Because you just understand spiritual law, man. If you give it, be given to you, man. And it's just putting out, if you hungry, you want somebody to feed you, for real. I know damn well this turkey dog ain't gonna change nobody's fucking life, man. But you know what? It might change their spirit. It might make it be like, damn, somebody gave to me when I was hungry, so let me give to somebody. So that's what the shit really be about, for real. I believe in following our gut. My gut feeling never led me wrong. Overthinking always led me wrong. Our gut feeling is our spirit speaking to us. That's God speaking to us through the spirit. And a lot of times we let our feelings, our negative thinking, or voices from other people talk us out of what God is telling us, talking us out of what God and put in our heart, for real. One thing I learned this growing up. Misery really loves company. Misery loves company, man. When you got a smile on your face, bro, that upsets a miserable person, because when a person always grumpy, when a person always in a bad mood, when a person just ungrateful, they want everybody to feel the exact same way as them, man. When you walk around, when you upbeat with a good attitude, man, that upsets negative people, man. Misery loves company. And when you a positive person, that negative person want to bring you to their level. For real. It irks my soul when I hear a woman say, and I go get my people. I go call my people, they gonna ride for me. You don't love your people then. When a president declare war on another country, he don't go get the people he love. He go get complete strangers whose life is disposable to him. So you go get your people, underestimate what that person to do, you going to get them on? What if you go get your people and your people get killed? How you gonna look at their mama? How you gonna look at their kids? Or what'll happen if you go get your people and they get out of control, they have to kill that person, you go and get them on, and they doing 35 to life. They doing life in prison, and you get to live your life scot-free, taking trips for the gram, living your best life while that person doing life in prison for you. Hey, to my fellas, don't let these hoes trick y'all off the streets. Because if they go get you, they don't love you, for real. I'm learning we got to go where we celebrate it, not where we tolerate it. Jesus couldn't perform miracles in his hometown. And so we going around trying to convince someone to like us who got their mind made up they would never like you. Trying to please somebody who is impossible for you to please. And while we doing that, we neglecting someone who see our uniqueness, someone who see our gifts, someone who celebrate our very existence. And we neglect them with our eyes on somebody who would never like, understand, or accept us, for real. You know what I'm learning is not chasing, man. I believe if you put God first and you put your purpose next, don't chase, man, because whatever you chase will run. And just focus on attracting. Just add value, man, just add value without expecting nothing in return. Give a compliment sometimes. We want to be complimented, but we don't want to give a person a compliment. We want people to help us, but who are we helping? And so I just say, man, put God first, your purpose, and you will be the best version of yourself, man. and deal with people with no expectations, and everything and everybody you need will come to you for real. Every so-called good person has some bad qualities, and every so-called bad person has some good qualities. But in my opinion, a bad person is a person that caused harm or distress to a person who didn't sign up to be harmed or distressed. And a good person is a person that brings help to a person who didn't even sign up to be helped. And so that's the difference between a good person and a bad person to me, for real. We be wanting bad shit to happen just so we can have an excuse, just so we can feel good about ourselves quitting or not doing what we should do. So we could blame it on the weather. We could blame it on the snow. We could blame it on the teacher. We could blame it on the white man. We could blame it on everybody. We be wanting bullshit to happen just so we can have an excuse, man. You know the hardest thing in the world to do, man, is to hold yourself accountable. That take a different kind of animal, man, just to be accountable about everything. It's my fault if it ain't get done. And so people be hoping for the rain, sleet, hail, snow, just to have an excuse to take them off the hook for their own bullshit, for real. A lot of young entrepreneurs come to me and be like, how did you get your stuff to this level where you got your logo and all these t-shirts that stay selling out like that? And the only thing I told them is, man, just get started. Because a lot of times we be thinking about, I need this, I need this, I need this before I can get started. And my advice is to anybody is just get started. You know, we think about a whole brick wall that we need to build, and the only thing we need to focus on is just placing one brick down perfectly as possible, and another brick, and pretty soon you will have a wall. Because if you're looking to build a wall, it's going to intimidate you, and you'll never get started. You're going to overthink and procrastinate. And so my advice to anyone who's starting any business is just get started, for real. It's a difference between being buried and being planted. When you bury something, it's to hide it. When someone died, you put the body underground, you bury it. But when you plant something that's one thing, and something greater rise out of it. It brings more life. You don't bury a seed, you plant a seed. And you put a seed under the ground, and something greater than that seed comes. So when I die, I don't ever want to be buried. I don't want my life to end right there when I'm covered up with dirt. I want to be planted as a seed, and something greater than me come out of the death of me. You know, I have a purpose, but when I'm planted, I want something bigger than my purpose to rise as the harvest of the seed of me that was planted for real.